What's up, YouTube? This is Fletch from Games Done Casual, and today we're going to be playing a game called DEATHGRIP. DEATHGRIP is a game that's in alpha right now. It's being produced by a company called Reclaim Interactive. It's a team of 2 developers that are making a sci-fi racer that also has combat elements in it. And I'm super excited. This looks a lot like one of my favorite games from my childhood, Star Wars Racer Revenge. And it's gonna be crazy and wild and intense, and you ride at 700 kilometers an hour, and yeah, it's gonna be wild. This is my first time looking at this game at all and interacting with it, so expect a lot of failure and collision and not knowing what the heck I'm doing. I'm not generally good at games that require a lot of dexterity or reaction time, so we're just gonna do our best, and I'm probably gonna be grinning the entire time because this game, I've been following it on Twitter for a little while and it looks absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. I think that's all we need to know. I'm gonna go to the main menu and we're just gonna figure out what stuff does. Looks like we've got player name. Can I change this? Yeah, here we go. Fletch. Awesome. Okay, let's hit start and just see what happens. Let's go practice for now. It seems appropriate. We'll do 3 laps to try and get to know the map. And it looks like as we go down, the maps get more and more complex. So for now, let's just start on the easy one. And again, I didn't even look at the controls for the controller, so I have no idea what I'm doing. What's the go button? Why didn't I look at the controls? That was silly of me. I had to dig out the Xbox 360 controller from my closet. Let's race. There we go. That's better. Oh gosh, this is fast. Holy moly. Okay, how do I change camera? Oh, there's a track running. How do I change the camera? I want to know. There we go. Yeah, this is a close follow. All right. Hold down, go straight, and see what happens. I like how the steering feels. Like, we're going fast, but it's not like... It's not... I expected it to be a lot more jerky and strange, but the fact that it feels really smooth is a big positive. So I haven't played with the steering or drifting or anything like that yet, obviously. The A drift? A looks like it's drift. Yeah, okay, great. I have an opportunity to test that up here. Oh, that feels so good. Oh my goodness. The controls just, like, the controls feel just right. Ow, that hurt. This is just a lap for me to get a feel for how things go. Again, I'm not generally someone who plays a lot of racing games anyways, so we'll throw some AI in here and have some actual races and play around. I think there's different racer models, so we don't have to be on the single engine thing forever. I love how there's like plenty of different paths for you to drive in, especially in the later maps, it seems. Looking at those briefly, it seemed like there was a lot of different paths you could take, and like maybe there's an AI that's been bullying you for a while. You can split off into a little side area and you don't have to worry about it as much. I think that's really thoughtful. Oh, okay, I have limited repair. I don't know if you noticed. Ouch, too far. Oh shoot, I'm about to blow up. You know what, let's see what the explosions look like in this game. That's fun. Okay, and then it's just a respawn. Cool. We're learning. Okay, you know what? This is a little dry though. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's see if we can grab ourselves a different racer. Oh, twin one. What is happening? 2 quad engine. This looks like Ben Quadaneros from Star Wars Episode 1. This looks fun. I want to do this. Okay, let's do track. Let's do an actual race. I don't know. Let's do top 3 because maybe I won't get first. Maybe I won't even get third, but we'll find out. This one looks fun. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Oh wow, okay, that camera, okay, it fixed itself. That's good. Oh, you know what? I haven't even played around with the boost mechanic yet. So that's something I need to figure out how to do. There's boost. Okay. Oh wow, that makes you go super fast. Okay. Terrifying. That's look behind me. I'm forgetting all the controls I just learned. This is so chaotic. Weapons unlocked. What does that mean? Whoa, what did I do there? Oh no, I didn't make the jump. Oh no. Okay, I've got a lot more learning to do. Go. Oh, that was a weapons lock, but I don't know how to fire my weapons. I know this one. Let's look behind me. Oh, look, I'm firing my gun by pushing up on the joystick. That's interesting. Oh my goodness, I'm just pressing buttons right now trying to figure out what everything does. Oh, can I get him? Let's boost and try and catch up. Oh, he went so far ahead, so fast. How did he do that? Oops. Oh my gosh, there's so much to pay attention to. I should not have added an AI yet. Watch out for my heat. Oh, he just blew up randomly. Oh no, I'm stuck in geometry. There we go. Yeah, so just a reminder for anyone who might be watching, this game is in alpha pre-release right now. They're accepting a small group of playtesters, and there's no non-disclosure agreement, which is why I'm able to post this. But anything that you see in this video or future videos that I do with DEATHGRIP, just realize that the devs still have a lot of adjustments and work that they want to make on the game. So they're always seeking to improve it and make it better. So anything that you see in these videos may or may not be representative of final game's content. It's really important to remember when you're playtesting a game, because if you get too attached to like one thing or another, it might not exist in the final version of the game, and then you'll be sad. I was a participant. 0 credits earned. That's fair. That's fair. I like love the atmosphere of this game already though. It's so fun. There's so much to pay attention to. The weapons are definitely gonna take some getting used to. There's the rolls that I was looking for. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Look at this, I can just whoop. Although that was not the right place to do it. Okay. 8th place again, all right. We gotta get at least 7th place. I think 7th place earns me like 11 credits or something. But, I mean, money is money, and earning anything would be good at this point. Seeing the environments, like, fly past you, it feels incredible. I guess we should see what happens if I overheat, even though I don't really want to. Okay, it tells me that I'm about to overheat, and then but it's good to know that it beeps at me. Okay, so you can go off track for temporary time periods. Wait, what does skip detected mean? Why was my vision going black before I blew up? I wonder if the game, like, tracks whether or not you're cheating. Like, if I were to go like this, it says skip detected. Does that mean it's gonna make me go back? Oh, smart. That's pretty clever. Incremental improvement is how we do anything in life. And somehow I'm in 7th place, which means I'm getting $11 when I finish. I don't know how that happened, but I'm happy about it. All right, let's slow down for this turn. That was too much slowing down. Okay. All right, sharp turn. Accelerate out of it. That was better. If you hold down drift and then you don't start accelerating, you'll just slide all over the place, like you're on ice. So I'm finding it important to let go of accelerate, start drifting, and then accelerate out of the turn. These little red floating UFO things are super helpful for knowing where the track is. This racer looks pretty cool. Although maybe I would like the single racer better just because it's got a smaller collision. Like maybe I should just be practicing with that for now, because then I won't have to worry about rolling the craft because it'll already like be thin enough to get through those narrow passes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, I apologize for all of the death and destruction. But we're here to have a good time, and that is exactly what I'm having. You blow up so easily in this game, and honestly, you just gotta not do that. These more developed environments with all of the rocks and stuff look so nice. I keep passing people that are respawning, but it continues to say I'm in 6th place, and I'm confused about why. Maybe they've like lapped me or something, and so me passing them doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Not entirely sure. Okay, here we go. It's interesting that you can't boost under a certain speed threshold. Gosh, that guy like driving above me really disoriented me. Yeah, I really like how small this one is. This will be a good learning one. As good as these graphics look, and like how fast we're flying through everything, I don't know, these textures and things look really rendered and like quality, but the game is operating super smoothly, and I only have a 1060, and obviously OBS is running, and I've got processes going on that would slow down the computer even more. So, but I'm super impressed. This is on max settings, and the frame rate is incredible. I'm super happy with this. When you play right, this game feels so good. There's like such a sense of satisfaction of like being able to whiz around corners and pull off these maneuvers at high speeds. Like I'm getting a sense of what the future might look like. Like I'm getting little bits of that like really good feeling, but it'll probably be a while before I'm actually good at the game. But hey, in the past 3 races, I've placed 7th, then 6th, then 5th. So I feel like that's good improvement. I'm so glad that I was accepted. Well, first of all, that they were asking for more playtesters. Second of all, that they don't have an NDA. And thirdly, that they accepted me into the fold of playtesters, because this is so freaking fun. This is so fun. Oh, right, people like to go this way. The AI seems to like to... Oh, wow! I got blown up. Oh yeah, weapons unlocked. You don't say. I was doing so well. I think it would be cool if there was a mode where there was race, but no weapons. Like if you could disable weapons. Dude, I'm overheating, aren't I? How do I stop that? Permanently in danger boost. Part of me wants to know how big the radius, like around the surrounding the track is for like a skip detected, because I would imagine that there are going to be places that you can like take a tighter turn than the track allows, but not trigger skip detected, if that makes any sense. Oh, I forgot I have defensive weapons too. I should have deployed my defense when I was in first place one time. So let's deploy some defenses so that we don't get blown up from behind. Oh shoot, I'm almost dead. Someone shot me and I didn't realize it. Ooh, scan detected. No thank you. How do I... Oh, I couldn't pull my defenses back out. I think it was on cooldown. For now, at least, the weapon system feels fairly unintuitive about when you're being targeted, what the abilities are, when to fire them, like things like that. So for now, I'll probably stick to time trials moving forward and just work on getting used to the game and getting a feel for each of the maps and engines work. And then later on I can work on doing better. Oh, that wasn't the third lap. Shoot. It does seem like this racer overheats less slowly, and I wonder if it has better cooling stats or whatever the measurement is for this one. Scan detected. Oh, thank you. Another scan detected. Well, we gotta get out of range now. Okay. I feel like I'm. Oh shoot. I feel like I'm slowly understanding things, but again, I think time trials will be the best place for me to learn and develop my skill before I move on. Third place. You know, ending the video on a third place feels pretty good to me. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. This has been DEATHGRIP. Again, it's made by a 2 dev team, Reclaim Interactive, and they're doing some incredible work. I love the feel and the vibe of this game already, and I can't wait to see where else they take the game. Super excited. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay casual. Wait, before we stop the recording, I just realized what the issue was with the sound. While I was editing the recording from earlier today, I realized what was going wrong. What settings I had set wrong in OBS before I started recording that made me lose all of the game audio. I fixed that issue, and I wanted y'all to be able to hear one race with the sound on, so you can hear the soundtrack and the engine sounds and everything, because it makes the game so much more impactful and more fun to play. So really apologize for losing the game audio for all of my earlier recordings. I'm keeping that footage in the video just because I want the devs to know and experience what it's like for someone brand new, both this style of game and this particular game in general. Like my thoughts and experiences and what sorts of things were going through my mind at the time. But I'm doing this last time trial just so that y'all can hear how incredible this game sounds. It adds so much environment and I don't know, it just adds a lot of character to the game, which is really fun. Ooh, that hurt. Let's heal up a little bit. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy. I'm gonna shut up for the rest of these last 2 laps, and you enjoy. Oh, honorable placement. Whoa, I did not realize I would earn money for doing that. Dang. What does new rank 3 mean? Wait, look at that. Am I third place? That's epic. Huh. Look at me go. I didn't even, I mean, there were so many mistakes. I blew up and whatever. Obviously, there's not a ton of people playing the game right now, but that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. As always, stay casual.